And welcome into Your Health. You know, as we age, we take advantage of some things that are precious in our lives, and sometimes we don't take advantage. One of those things is hearing. It's something that of all the senses, it really is the true communicator between us and other people. So we want to take a look a little bit more about how hearing can affect us in our lives. And we brought in today with us Glenda Deramus. And Glenda, it's so nice to have you here.
Good to be here, Jack.
Deramus Hearing Center. And you know, as we were talking about it, and you and I talked a little bit about this, certain things can affect us as far as hearing as we age.
That is correct. Everybody doesn't have hearing problems, but a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
And when your spouse starts telling you that, honey, you have a hearing problem, you need to have it checked out.
That's
because
right.
hearing loss is, if you don't use it, you lose it. Because the hearing aids stimulate the nerves in the inner ear to the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And when that part of the brain is not getting stimulation from a hearing aid, your hearing loss gets worse and worse.
Right.
So people need to take advantage of it and see about it.
And you were saying that, you know, basically that as we start to get a little bit older, some of it's hereditary. So if you've had parents and some of your people in your family that have had hearing problems, chances are you could have them. But others are lifestyle. We live a noise-induced lifestyle, don't we?
That is true. People that work around loud noises for years, they're definitely going to have a hearing problem.
Hunters.
Hunters.
If you didn't protect those ears.
If you don't protect your ears, you need to be wearing earplugs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're cutting grass, using a weed eater, anything like that that gets in high decibels, you need to definitely wear earplugs.
And especially if you enjoy that music, but you always wanted to crank it up a little bit louder, especially in an enclosed area.
Absolutely.
People don't understand the damage that can be done.
They don't know what they're doing to their ears.
Mm-hmm. But obviously there is help. And you say that a hearing aid, one of the major things that it does, it stimulates the hearing process, huh?
It does. It stimulates the nerves in the inner ear to the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And the longer you wait, the worse it gets.
Is that right?
And we can with wearing hearing aids, we can slow down the process of you losing more hearing.
Mm-hmm. So basically, if a person, and normally, like if you're watching this TV show and you look at your partner and say, hey, crank up the volume a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the signs, obviously, that you're having a problem with hearing. And if that's happening, then you should, it's called, you have a hearing test, don't you?
That's correct.
And it's a simple test.
A lot of people that have a hearing problem, they don't notice it near as bad as their spouse or their members of family.
That's right.
Because one-on-one, they think they hear fine. But when they get in noisy environments, any kind of background noise, that's when they have to ask their spouse, what did he say?
Mm-hmm.
When that starts happening, please call and get an appointment for a hearing test.
Mm-hmm. And a hearing test is very simple, isn't it?
Very simple, no charge for the hearing test.
Okay, so someone can come in, have a hearing test, and then you can evaluate the degree to which they're losing their hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically after that, there's, modern technology is wonderful.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And I know that you're on the cutting edge of it, and there are wonderful new ways of taking care of. I mean, some people have hearing aids, you don't even know they've got them.
Oh, that's right. And hearing aids sound so much more natural now than they used to.
Mm-hmm.
With technology, everything's just so much better. We can actually stream the sound from the TV into your hearing aids. We can even take your iPhone and stream the sound from your iPhone to your hearing aids, so you can actually talk on your phone hands-free. So
isn't that something?
Technology is just really...
Wow. And now you've got, you have your office here in Montgomery.
Correct.
And you're also in Phoenix City as well as Opelika.
That is correct.
So you're all over the place. And you'll visit those different centers at different times during the week.
Absolutely.
But primarily you're here most of the time.
Correct.
Great. Mm-hmm. So if a person needs a hearing aid, then you can prescribe the right one for them, because everybody's different.
That is correct.
You really need to get one tailor-made to yourself.
That's right. It's prescription for you, just like a pair of glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Just like glasses can bring your vision back, well, hearing aids can bring your hearing back.
That's great. Good to know that. And you said something about the fact that government and federal employees, if they have the Blue Cross insurance, that normally, if they need a hearing aid, you can take care of that for what the Blue Cross pays.
Absolutely. It won't cost them anything. If you're a federal employee or a federal retiree and you have the Blue Cross insurance, you can get hearing aids at Deramus Hearing Aid Center with no out-of-pocket.
That's great. So, and basically you're open 5 days a week.
Correct.
That's all they have to do is call and make an appointment. And then how long does it take if you want to come in and do a hearing test?
How long does the hearing test take?
Yes.
It takes about an hour and a half.
Okay. So they need to cut out about an hour and a half. Call ahead and make that appointment. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, we need to let our viewers know you are in Opelika as well as Phoenix City and Montgomery.
Correct.
Great. And just remember this, if you have to turn up the volume just to hear the time of your life, maybe it's time that you need to go and get your hearing checked, and especially if you've been in a job that has a lot of noise. So we'll be right back right after this.